Okay, hello. I have a really cool new update, a new program that I think you all will find very interesting. And I guess I'll just show you an example of it. Let's start off with this guy. And so the story behind what this is there's actually someone that's close to me, a close friend, who had some issues with family actually. So family members that we believed were the cause of certain health issues and peace of mind and having nightmares, etc. And I wanted to make something special that could push back against that and remove that influence and cut down that ability for people to mess with you in this way. And so I made this new program. And I don't really have a name for it yet, but it seems to be a two-pronged approach to freeing yourself from certain traps or harassments or bullying, whether it's within your family or if it's a genuine bully in your life or people that you have to be around and you don't feel good after you walk away, or you feel any sort of issues or discomfort or sickness or tiredness, or strange irrational anger, etc. That's what this is for. So it's meant to uproot and unravel any of that stuff that kind of infiltrates you. And so I think I might call it the Unraveling Program of sorts. And actually the first iteration I made, this is actually meant to be a coaster, so you can actually place your drinks on that. But really these programs are meant to be combed over you. And as you do so, it's supposed to pick up on things that are otherwise hidden, that are holding you back or causing you discomfort or in any way limiting you. And by having it pass over yourself and your aura, so to speak, you can feel little openings and little new pathways and these gaps opening up as if you're opening these almost air holes for the first time. It's kind of the way I could describe it. But actually, this is just one of the shapes I made. One of the most powerful shapes I made actually would be one of these guys. So here's one example. So it's just a little comb. I found this wonderful comb mold on eBay, a silicone mold. And after it's in your pocket for a while, the edges do kind of stick together like this. Though the natural way it's supposed to look is if you stretch them out, make it like one of those, combs. You've seen these out there. And by using the comb, you can comb your aura. And so this really gets in deep, and you can feel it on a bone level or deeper. So it's an amazing tool for self-clearing and for healing and patching yourself up. So if you ever feel strange kind of phantom anxiety or strange discomfort that just comes out of nowhere, if your heart feels tight or your throat feels tight, or you got butterflies in the stomach, you can comb over your aura and comb through your energy body and just whisk it away. It's kind of amazing. And so here's one of the shapes that I chose. And let me see. Okay. Sorry, I don't really know where the camera is at this angle. Is it over here? Or is it up here? I don't know. Anyways, here's another mold. So it's a bigger comb mold. And I actually taped two of them together. You can kind of see that line there. And this is even beefier, so you can really get in deep. Like, this has real penetrating power. Of course, you could just hold it. And here's the other aspect of these items. So it is meant for clearing, but it can also be used for offensive purposes. So if there's a bully that is messing with you and you want to kind of bind them and remove their ability to influence you and to make you feel bad, you want to use this offensively. So you would actually aim it out in front of you and comb through their energy bodies. Of course, it's kind of hard to do on the sly. So if you're doing it in person, you might just kind of hold it low, maybe just kind of aim it at them, or just hold it in your hand and visualize it going through their energy body. And that's how you would use something like this. But it has some great penetration power. It's pretty amazing. I think the most impressive form that these things can take is this thing. And I was really happy to find this mold on eBay. So check this thing out. It is technically a giant comb. You could definitely comb energy bodies, etc. with these. But it's also a defensive item because this thing will stand up because of these little reinforcements here. It will actually stand up when placed flat down like this. Or I guess not flat, but placed on its end like this. But something cool you can try is you can make multiples of these and link them together. You see? And by linking them together, you can of course eventually make a shape. And so something that I've been trying out and just playing around with is working with a square. And since she was having these nightmares, this friend of mine, and I wanted a way to protect her in her sleep. And so I made this be placed under a bed. So if you place it under a bed and kind of under your head or your heart or something, it's meant to comb through anything that might try and access you or mess with you and protect you from it and bind it. This can also be placed on your body. Let's just do this. So you can place it around your body, and I actually had it around my head for a little while and it felt very peaceful. It's really hard to leave bed when you have these things around. And so you can definitely, and you can adjust this as well. So it's made to have you use your intuition and feel for where they should best be attached. And so maybe you'll feel it's best to make some kind of odd shape like this, you know? And that will somehow bind the energy in a way that is, it just works for your situation. And so you can adjust it on the fly. The final use, well actually there's two more uses for this shape, or actually really all the shapes. But I was researching these the past week and I was walking home from work and I would hold this thing out, and as I'm just walking I would hold it out in front of me and maybe move it up and down and kind of comb through my path ahead of me. And I noticed a strong feeling from it. So walking around and holding this around you also seems to comb through something concerning your energy body. And it felt quite good. I'm a pretty cleaned up guy. As you can see behind me, I have all this ether in my home all the time. And I always feel very good. And I feel like I'm pretty clean compared to an average person. But this still finds stuff in me. And so I'm led to think that a lot of us genuine people with real hearts and psychic and spiritual potential, we always have stuff latched onto us. For some reason, us bright people, we attract it. And so if you're a bright person, no matter how good you are at spiritual talents or whatever gifts you have, there's always something else to be cleaned. And this stuff seems to really get it. And so by doing this, no matter where you come from or what you're dealing with, you're going to clean yourself up. I feel my head kind of clearing, even though it felt pretty clear before, but apparently there was something there. You can kind of comb it out and just clear yourself from it. It's rather incredible. You can comb down, you can kind of take it anywhere and comb through your hands and feet. I was actually testing it on her, and I didn't use this shape on her. I actually used a little comb. And I was testing it on her hands and on her feet. And in Chinese acupuncture theory and qi theory, the feet essentially connect to your entire body. And so I thought I'm going to clean it that way. And there was a lot of feedback, a lot of like bone level feedback from this stuff. So it's really doing a deep job on people. And so that's really it. So it's an offensive tool for the really tricky, hard to reach NOBs or negatively oriented beings that are messing with you and you can't really get to them otherwise. So it's a really good for rooting out those sneaky bullies and for those sneaky people around you that are messing with you. So it's a good way to kind of detangle their hold on you. But it's also a self-defense tool because if you are being messed with, you can clean yourself up really quickly. Kind of like a fork in a big mess of spaghetti. You just kind of stick it in there and twist it around and move it around, and you pull out those threads. You pull out that spaghetti. And of course, so offensive, self-defense, and a healing. So say you're not being messed with at all and you feel as you think, totally fine. This will still make you feel better because it makes me feel better. And I am definitely a very clean individual energy-wise. And so that's really it. And so I'm going to offer these on my shop on Aetheric.org. for a full price. And of course, Bastion members, you would get a far reduced price. I don't think I can make it free this time because these are kind of tricky to make, and I can only make a few at a time. It's really slow to make these. So I think I'll have it at a greatly reduced price for the Bastion members here. Everyone else, it's going to be a little more expensive. Probably, I don't know, we'll see. But very cool stuff. If you want a free sample, I will definitely give that to you for a small fee. I don't think I have any around me, unfortunately, but it'd be like a little gumdrop. I would happily include that as a free sample. But I will say for this program, it does work really good in that shape, but these will be the best shapes to use it in because you can really penetrate deep and comb stuff out. And so I'm really happy with these shapes. I think it's a huge advancement when it comes to self-clearing and doing your own healing, or of course, if you want to go up to a friend or a loved one and comb through them, you're going to find some stuff, you're going to feel it, and they're going to feel it too. And so, very excited for these. Very cool new technology and new ways to defend yourself and new ways to push back if you're being messed with spiritually or in an occult manner or a psychic manner, any sort of energy way to affect you. So yeah, very happy with these. So we have the big ol' mega comb. We got the, I don't know, the normal comb. And then we got the mini comb, like this guy. Whoa, this one's really bent. Of course, you can bend it back as I showed you, but if they're in your pocket for a while, they will bend. But it is a flexible material, so as you can see, you can bend it back. Yeah? Just don't keep it in your pocket the whole time. Though honestly, even if it's fully pushed together like this, it still works. It definitely still works. Anywho, that's all I want to share with you guys. If you're interested and you feel like you have some deep-seated stuff that feels hidden and slippery and really hard to get to, this is what you want to go for. And so I'm happy to show it to you guys. I've been having so much fun testing it out the past week. So yeah, the Unraveling Program. Happy to offer it, and we'll be seeing more of this very soon. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.